Hello, this is nobody else. Welcome to the stream. Give me a sec, I need to change a bit. I think like this maybe. Is it better? Maybe, yes. So yes, welcome to the stream. And tonight we will play a bit of, we'll continue a bit the adventure as a Navy officer, no, not as a Navy officer, as a rock trader with an archetype of master tactician / officer. Yes, and I have to apologize for last night, because I was playing where winds meet, and my PC just restarted to do updates, and stream was cut. I didn't cut the stream. Yeah, so let's see. What did we do? Let me remember. Yes, we are doing this do these two things, and then that's that one, and then there was one more thing, and that we could we need to speak with Jay, and then there was also something else that I needed to talk with one of them. That one. Knowledge, we did this. Oh, these two are in the same place. We need to speak with them. It's called. Yes. Let's speak with Heinrichs. Lord Captain. Honor interrogator. What a surprise. Did you perchance leave something in your cabin? Not at all, First Officer Versarian. I'm not in the habit of leaving trail, but I thank you for your consent. Greetings, interrogator. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? Only to our mutual duty to humanity. Is that duty that demands I disturb your peace once more? I was able to contact my mentor and report the tragic events that transpired on Rikard Minoris. I also received some information from my agents regarding the movements and actions of enemies of humanity, including the xenos aliens that we are assuming were involved in the theft of the star. According to their findings, the threat now hangs over other worlds. This time, yours, Captain. Okay. By the order of Lord Inquisitor Javier Alcazar, whose duty is to stand sentinel over the Koronus Expanse, the rock trader of von Valence is to take on board the agent of the Most Holy Inquisition and provide escort and support in deeds great and small that serve to safeguard the territories of the Imperium against its enemies. This decree is effective immediately upon announcement and remains in effect until decided otherwise by His Excellency Alcazar. Idira. All I got from it that ridding ourselves of this niche ridding ourselves of this niche won't be uneasy. What exactly caused this need to rejoin my crew? The cause is the activity of humanity's enemies, including the cult of the Final Dawn. In my absence, the situation in Koronus Expanse has changed. I have received an exhaustive report from my agents. This heresy has taken root in the region where the Von Valancius wars lie. You probably already know about the fate of industrial world Kiava Gamma. If not, then I will share what details I know, but not here. Better to talk on board where we will not be overheard. Rock Trader Von Malassius, welcome the agent of Golden Throne aboard my ship and take over the responsibility assisting me in the fight against the evil that threatens humanity. Yeah, I'll do this. The second I will choose with this a sanctioned psyche with an inquisitorial result in my retinue for free, no less. A rock trader will positively grin with envy. No, I'll do this. I, rock trader for nobody else on one Lassius, welcome the agent of the Golden Throne aboard my ship and take on the responsibility of assisting me in fight against the evil that threatens humanity. An answer befitting a righteous servant of the Emperor. If duty has brought the rogue trader ship once more, then such is the Emperor's will. Welcome back, interrogator. Thank you, sister. It's an honor to be trained with one of the blessed Adeptus Sororitas. Master von Kallux. Since you are with us once more, I do hope you'll find some time to finish our conversation about the literary works of Ronhal the Blessed. I will make every effort, Lady Orselia. I must also deliver you this. The Lord Inquisitor specified that the contents of these envelopes are for your eyes only. I will ask you to read it as soon as you have time. Okay. That is everything for the time being. Are you headed to the ship? Or do you still have business on foot for? Whatever the case, I can either wait for you on board or accompany you as part of your retinue. I'll change him with Idira. Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
Keep your wits about you.
think this one will be overseer with assassin. So I'll make him an overseer with his cyber raven or the fuel buff. I think that should. The other thing I could do is get this. This remove, okay? Or this is also tracking. Sure. Let's do this. Use a warrior overseer. Use an overseer. The next. I guess wait, I cannot get anything else from the ooh. Okay. That's good. Yes, we need to speak to Solmorn. I think this one he will join us.
Responding to my request, Rogue Trader. I'm here on the orders of Marshal Strax to ask for your help. We are in pursuit of a tithe thief. We must board the thief's ship, execute the heretic for his crimes, and return the sacred tribute to the protection of the Adeptus Arbites. The reward for your assistance in this matter will be the thief's frigate, the Heartless, which we will capture in the course of the mission.
It is a pleasure. Sorry, it is a pleasure to see you, Solomon. And you, Glido.
Glido, speak! Not every cybermastiff receives a personal greeting from a rogue trader. Such an honor warrants a response.
I'm not sure if my sound is good. It would be nice if at least for the purpose of if it's good, it's high. I don't want to shadow my voice, so why have you approached me and not Winterscale? Rykard Manuel was his word.
I did, and I was rebuffed.
Ooh.
As Rogue Trader Winterscale rightly pointed out, from the moment of the tithe's collection, responsibility for it transfers to the Adeptus Arbites. He also noted that the loss of a world is not an inconsiderable detriment to his protectorate, and he has no intention of expending resources to recover something that no longer belongs to him.
Give me a sec. Check some. Okay. Okay.
Under similar circumstances in the past, our arrangement would have obliged us to turn to Lady Theodora. She was a key figure in supporting the Lex Imperialis in the Koronus Expanse.
I will help the Adeptus Arbites. What's the plan?
Captain Sargona and his flagship, the Heartless, are concealed in Mundus Nullius. The exact location can only be determined with your ship's augurs when we enter the system.
Okay, I see.
The Heartless is escorted by a small flotilla. You'll need to neutralize it in order to capture the frigate. Our BT strike teams will land on the upper deck, while your boarding party handles the remaining bays. My squad of arbitrators will take on the most difficult and dangerous part of the operation. The ultimate goal is to capture the captain's bridge and interrogate and execute Sargona.
I may have other matters to attend to en route to Mundus. Julius, will you be able to accompany me?
No. I'm still on mission, and in your absence, my subordinates and I will be checking weapons and finalizing tactics for the assault. In other words, we will be wholly occupied with preparations.
I need more information about the thief.
Sign. Transfer the latest data. Bryce. Hologram. This one has the complete file.
Sentence. Quidus Argona. No. He's a pyromancy. He's a pyromancer. He's a psyker. Sanction psyker pyromancy. Abandon his post on privateership. Prosperity. Oh. So the hologram. Image quality. There's something on to almost many on his bearing. Like the tyrants. Give me the random of Sargona.
He is a former privateer and a fugitive psyker. At one time, he was involved in the coal trade and the supply of xenos mercenaries, but his pirate habits got the better of him, and he started robbing his associates. Now, even among the criminal rabble, he is known as a nasty piece of work. Something of an achievement, you will agree. Sargona is cunning, cruel, and unpredictable.
That will do.
As you wish.
Tell me any tactical recommendations for the assault?
The task is relatively simple. Kill all enemies we encounter, and not let them kill us. Sargona must be taken alive for questioning, but I and my team will handle that. There is one other thing.
Okay.
The following call signs will be used for Vox communication during the mission. You will be RT1, and I will be DX1. I also request you use our BT sign language throughout. Non-verbal commands are faster than speaking and will allow us to catch our target unawares. Here is a short list.
There are 24 basic commands from head. What's the combination of them? What do these call signs mean?
DX1 means I am in command of the Delta Xi squad. It's one of our standard designations for strike teams in the Expanse. RT1 is you, the rogue trader and leader of the Rho Theta squad. For a short mission like this one, these identifiers should suffice.
You have a deal.
Good. Do you have any further questions?
Tell me more about the ship you're promising me.
The Heartless is the enemy flagship. It has been corrupted with inhuman technology, but you have the necessary resources to purge it of xenos filth and make it serve the Imperium once more. Even if you don't wish to own a ship previously crewed by pirates, you will have prospective buyers lining up to take it off your hands.
I will take it. Thank you.
I'm no expert on ships, but when I questioned the captains on Footfall about the Heartless, they were almost salivating as they listed its virtues.
Purifying and removing a ship equipped with blasphemous modifications from the hands of apostates is the sacred duty of all servants of the Omnissiah and of the Emperor.
I will only note that the xenotech equipment is to be destroyed, not studied comprehensively, Magos Explorator.
Ooh, counter offer. Counter offer. I get the ship and an RP that enjoys my retinue as well.
I do not have the power to choose my assignments, Rogue Trader. However, if the mission is successful, the Marshal is unlikely to refuse to deploy me as your escort.
Nice. I see. I have no more questions. Port the flagship and wait for my command.
Acknowledged. Zargona is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
I like this way of thinking. Oh, we have echo. So now we need to go
Let
to
us not dawdle.
the shadow stuff again. Where is oh yes, we need this. Need to change. Yeah, I'll change. Put this. No, I'll put here.
I always
Let's
keep my
go
options
to
open.
Amasekus, Artist Endurance. To J, what's called. So I don't expect that this run will be too long, maybe for an hour more, maybe an hour and a half more. But yeah, we'll see. Something. There isn't anything.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Let's talk to... Oh, yeah. We need to talk to her.
Rough day?
You have no idea.
Guy.
I just might. That's the second bottle you've downed.
Jai Hidari. Falco
Oh.
sends his regards.
And what does that unholy scion of a Grox and a Brahan want from me this time? Oh, wait, I don't really care. My sole plans for tonight are drowning my grief in a sea of Amasak.
We'll give you grief, all right. Get out!
Don't think so, Ashmag. And tell Falco to come himself next time.
I like her.
Dari, I am tired of your mess. Out! Get some sleep. We'll talk about settling up later.
Okti Shireen, light of my eyes. Can't you see my soul is full of sadness? Have you no heart at all? Let go of your material concerns and let me grieve in peace. Have we met somewhere before?
The woman looks at you with the glassy eyes of a drunk. And you notice the 20 bottles that have been keeping her company before you arrive. She looks completely out of place in this dinky smoky bar. The fancy attire, the abundance of jewelry, the implants plated with precious metals. Her appearance not only screams wealth but also audacity, for only an audacious person will flaunt their wealth in a place like this.
Greetings, Shireen. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
I'm nobody else, trade envoy of House von Valancius.
Well then, here's to our meeting. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that you're someone special, since you've been granted an audience with the Liege of Footfall himself. It's always a pleasure to make the acquaintance of someone powerful. And the timing couldn't be better. Jai Hidari at your service. Professional trader, shrewd commercial broker, and, may he steal my tongue if I'm lying, the most honest dealer on Footfall. Nonetheless, we all have our problems, and at times even one's many merits aren't enough to solve them. Perhaps it would be no trouble for a person with your kind of power and standing to assist someone with my kind of predicament. I have heard a great deal about how open-minded the members of the von Valancius dynasty are, and Lady Theodora especially.
She's a cold trader, a smuggler who deals in xenos artifacts. Apart from this heresy, I know of no other grave crimes committed by her.
Wait a sec. Let's continue. What kind of cargo was stolen from you?
Goods of incredible rarity, Shireen. But it's not just that. 24 of my people lost their lives in the impenetrable emptiness of the void to acquire them. I cannot leave their families with nothing.
It's true. Logic test succeed. Alternate marks do not trust so substantially or behave so brazenly. They are unlikely to spoil the mood of rich for football with their mere appearance. This one has lost many people to obtain these rarest of goods, and to get them back she turned to rather than to Gara. Okay. I wish to ask a few questions before I decide.
Ask as many as you wish, Shireen. Trust is the key to a successful endeavor.
What do you need help with?
You see, Shireen, there's one cardinal rule on footfall. Anything goes as long as it doesn't get in the way of business. I'm someone who's been able to exploit that rule to the fullest. And in recent years, I've hit it so big, I've become a speck of sand in someone's green eye. They used to throw small wrenches into my dealings here and there. Well, now they've decided to really put their backs into it. Some rats stolen my cargo and dragged it off to the seediest part of the Shadow Quarters. A crummy place even for connoisseurs of footfall's unique atmosphere.
See.
When I asked the Leech for protection, we had a mutual misunderstanding. I believe Vladium, in a most lamentable fashion, has forgotten his duties as guardian of the downtrodden and wronged. So I'm in desperate need of a new one. And you, Shireen, fit the bill perfectly. All I need is for you to drop by one dark corner of Footfall Shadow Quarters and pound it into the thieves' heads that taking Heydari's property carries certain risks.
Commander J appears to be a serious operator on footfall. The Elite refusal to help means the loss of potential allies, so J is encouraging his turf. If Vladimir is not responsible for this appearance, we will certainly benefit greatly from him. I suspect that Vladimir wants to keep the cargo out of your hands, and I want... Ah. I suspect that Vladimir wants to keep the cargo out of your hands. And I want to put him in his place.
May the Exalted One bless you and your progeny. Then here's what we'll do. We shouldn't be seen together before we make it to the safe house. I'll head there first. I'll take my own special route so I won't be spotted. Right. Here, that's where those ashmags are keeping the stolen cargo. Out the bar, over the bridge, and to the left. There in the depths you'll find a small courtyard, through which you can get to the place. I'll be waiting nearby. You can come when it suits you, but the sooner you do, the better. I'll see you then, Shireen.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. So we need to go where? We need to put guns. Ooh, he has 5. This is shotgun. I'll use noticed. I don't think I have something else. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think he can wear 5%. This one has a we can also put if the version is more than 40. Oh, okay. Hmm. I think we can do this dogmatic, right? Dogma. Is I like. Version. Oh. Oh, holy. Awareness. 55. 55. Can you pass? Oh, what can you? Willpower. I think he needs to do it. Huh. Okay. We need the awareness of activity. So, graduation, awareness. $75. Or doesn't have something. I think we'll make her demolition. She has 80 demolition. Has tech. Has carouse, commerce, or Imperium. That's good. safe.
Is there money to be made?
Wait, we need. I think we are doing. Wanted on foot. Help Jaya recover the cargo from the secret warehouse entrance, which is located in the northeastern part of Shadow. Let's move first.
Rise
See
to
there
the
is
top,
something
or
here.
get left in the dust.
We have some from Riza. Let's see what she has to. Yeah, we can get the. Nice. Shadow quarters. See our team composition. Northern part. Eastern part, I think is this one.
I
It should be
always
this
have a
one.
backup plan.
The one. Contains silver or silver. Remnants of metallic tags are cut out. Okay, let's go to Jerry, I'm here. What a joy to see you. Follow me, please.
Keep your wits about you.
Is aiding a smuggler an endeavor worthy of a rogue trader?
Yeah. Continuous Archetype. You get the feeling that this was originally a standard box for transport fragile light.
Always keep your eye on the price. You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none. Crush them!
Can't see. I'll put there. Oh, Bellard. You go. Oh. Go there. Go there. There. Here maybe? That's it. Something like that.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Put the bug line.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Do not dare ask. That is foolishness.
Yeah.
If I may.
Nice. Now she can do. AP. Ah. You do.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Can do that. Yeah, you can do that, right? 1 AP. It does. The wielder marks enemies. Can do 1 AP.
Indeed.
Don't. 2 AP. Yes. And I will not move here. Okay. Bandit.
For the throne's glory.
So we can do and charge and to enfeeble. Oh yes. I think this need to be do this.
Let's see to it.
Yep. And then maybe I should go there. Ah. Or if I that's
I need a foothold.
It's as good as done.
I have 2 points. In tourism.
On it. Never stood a chance.
Yes.
Let's get to it.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh.
Vengeance will be swift.
I'll do
Argenta.
it.
Full run. Full run. Run and gun.
Faith without deeds.
Oh. Okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, she has
Power
that.
resides in the will of the righteous. Each strike is a prayer.
Do.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. Doubt is for the... This is why I was chosen.
Let's make it quick.
Scared, yeah?
Oh, there are more here. Touch.
Out of my way.
Nothing.
Here we go.
Time to slaughter someone. Show me what you've got.
Let's see. Can we do it?
I've suffered worse.
So if I do this, do this. Do this
It
first.
will be done.
T3, yes, what I'll do. So I need to do this. If I do this.
My place is at the fore. Lesson learned.
Don't have anything else. So okay. Here you are, Pascal.
My vow is
This.
served. Request approved.
Let's get to it.
Two stun grenades.
A soldier would have been disciplined for such a performance.
Brace yourself, Avalon.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I'll see our foes obliterated.
Oh yes, we can do this. Yeah. Can do. Let's see. Do an extra.
I won't object to it.
And do this.
Get me a target.
Kill him. And we can do this.
Let's see to it.
Let's move here.
For the throne's glory. Naturally. But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it.
Everyone, step aside.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs. Never fight fair.
Okay.
Just a minor setback.
Who's that?
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. I will do my duty. It will be done. Victory is imminent.
Activating force mode sacrament.
Nice.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Pain cleanses the body.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor. Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Oh,
I won't object to it. Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
so disadvantage. Can go here. This. And go here.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Nice.
Living on the edge.
Focus, Van Kellogg's. Focus.
Oh, there are two. Okay. Move it here.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Let's move. Okay, this one will be killed by him. Yes.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
It will be done.
here. Here. And here. Two, 3, 5. Thank the Exalted One. Those ashmarks didn't have time to make off with anything yet. Carefully inspects the containers with blazon with markers from some unknown trade operator, then smiles. Give me 2 minutes, Sherry. Send the coordinates to my loyal crew. Will deliver my property somewhere safe. And done. We are good. Now, how about we relocate to more pleasant and private space to discuss the details of our deal, especially payment for your efforts. Let's go. She opens her mouth to reply when you hear the sound of many footsteps behind you. Agent, stop right here, in the name of the Leech. The gaunt, pale-skinned man in grimly clerical robes glances. Your Excellency, please forgive my vehemence. Most noble nobody else. I never expected to encounter such eminent persons in this corner of... Most noble Excellency. Confused. I am Vladimir Togara's personal agent. I came here to remove from criminal circulation a shipment, the distribution of which is banned in the lands of Footfall, horrendous xeno heresy that has been fraudulently delivered to a bastion of the whole Imperium. I do not doubt for a moment, most noble nobody else, that your presence here is merely misunderstanding brought about by another's manipulations. Commerce succeeded so great. Instead of the Leash representative will arrive. It seems that the guards reported the problems with the shipment to the box, not to just anyone, but to the Leash personal agent. Vladimir Togara knew but the shipment from the start and planned to take it for himself. Yet really behold. This cargo belongs to the Von Valensis dynasty. Is Lord Togara trying to encroach on the property of a rock trader? No. Your Lordship, I beg you to forgive this wretched serf. Terrible misunderstanding, 1,000 apologies. I won't disturb you further. I wish I could see Vladimir's face when he finds out you almost stepped on the toes of the most powerful people in the Expanse. Listen, nobody, I'm genuinely sorry about this confusion. Vladimir and I have had our difficulties, but I never thought he'd want to clean me out and do away with me in some dark corner, at least not so soon. If you hadn't agreed to our deal, showing my gang and I will already be floating in orbit around the Footfall asteroid. Tell me about your business on Footfall, the truth of it, and don't leave anything out. Alright then. Get some. This isn't my first year in the Expanse. It is not my first year in business either. I've sat at the negotiating table of all sorts, not just loot hunters and macklers, smugglers either, but with xenos. One's intelligent enough to believe that mutual benefit was a better outcome for our meeting than mutual destruction. I know that the Ecclesiarchy has what the Ecclesiarchy has to say about that, but speaking from the bottom of my head, I know that there is a line between an ordinary DM and a betrayal of humanity, and I'll never cross it. Principal rogue who can think on her feet is not afraid of inhuman. I like you more and more, Joy, Daddy. There are no chance encounters when we are loved by the Exalted One. I like you more and more too, Shireen. Archetype could use someone with talents and connection. I would like you in my retinue. Exalted One, bless you in your entire dynasty. I wouldn't say no to marking the occasion properly. It is not every day you embark on a brilliant new business partnership. You sully the unbalance's name by inviting people like her in your retinue, Lord Captain. The decision is yours, but do not surprise if unsavory rumors start to spread on footfall. This is a strange circle forming around your server, trader. Their agenda. I've heard all about your deeds on football, but I never would have guessed that there was an angelic beauty behind all that idle gossip. And well, we are at it, Shireen. When were you going to reveal your true identity to me? Definitely flattered by your attention, but if I had known I was talking to a trader, not an envy of one, I would have shown some decorum. I wanted to talk like normal people do. For a man of my status, it's a rare treat. This is so human, lordship. Yes, people that have a lot more in common with regular folk than some might think. Either way, I'm entirely willing to join your retinue. From now on, my knowledge and experience are entirely at your disposal. Oh, and one more thing, if you are interested in a rather lucrative offer, one that can give the Von Valancius Protectorate a leg up, I'd say now isn't the time to be thinking about such things, but once we get back to your ship, perhaps you'll spare me a minute, Shireen. Yes, of course.
My faith shields me!
Flute place.
I always keep my options open.
I wish to enter the quarantines. No dice. Isn't there a way that we can place?
Rush not dawdle.
Let's do the thing. These can be. I think we just need to go to the ship now. Can we go directly or traveling or map?
I always have a backup plan.
Let's talk to the refuge. I need information to end up here. Tell Johnny back in the square. Things are rough in Kiewa. And even Kiewa Gaman. Gaman was attacked by a horde of heretics. They shouted unholy prayer, cut down people and right. Heard everything from listening to one voxcast after another. As there wasn't anyone left to live. So with one, but then it was like our crew went mad somehow. The captain smashed his own head against the cogitator, and so did half of the officers. Everyone who survived did their best to steer the ship in harbor, and here we are. Only 3 ships made it out alive, ours being one of them. You know what happened to the other 2. They never made it to. Maybe they disappeared in the warp, or maybe something else happened to them. Corrupted Vox. A special breed of heresy that requires knowledge of holy arts. A Gamma have fallen under the influence of the twisted tech priest. Having once succumbed to corruption, they forget all limitations imposed by faith, delving to unbribable, dangerous races. What became of the ship to get here? Is this the property of one balances dynasty? Apologies, we couldn't save it. The ship was damaged during the escape. We are lucky got us all the way to food. It's at the far docks, but there isn't much use of it. Doesn't look like it's good. The local collegians have already removed some of the valuable parts. You can send your people to take apart whatever, scavenge some components. The map of the Expanse was revealed to me before the Sea of Souls road and tangled the pass. How did you desperate ones reach footfall all the way from Crown without a navigator? Please forgive me my worthless, because we were feeling our way in the dark to say. All we had some old maps. We prayed to the god Emperor day and night while Hillsman plotted the course. A miracle must have been your lordship. I heard accusations at your master. That is a sign of treason. And your court realized. Please have mercy. A few idiots shouted some things, that's all. We shut them up ourselves already. It was their grief. We are talking. Please do not punish the rest of us for it. What the word? Vituperation directed at them to the guys. Likewise, denial is meaningless. Your pardon, you may board my ship and continue to serve on Valance's denial. Praise the Emperor, save them pardon, will do us told, we won't say another word. Nice. Let's see, we have something else to buy from him. Oh, we don't have the factor. I mean, can we push it to have 900 points? No, it's 5. Don't think we have anything. So we don't show the complete. Okay, I think it's time to go to our ship. Armor maybe. Two. Yeah, maybe half an hour more. Lord Captain, inspection of the ship's systems is complete. The tech priests are reporting the machine spirits are calm, satisfied. Everything is ready for onward travel, except there is an issue you must be made aware of. Cassia, I've been studying the records left by the vessel's previous navigator. I wanted to double check the route to Koronus and discovered that it does not match the one recorded in the atlas. More than a mirror warp fluctuation. The route has been wiped out. I can no longer be used for traveling. To make matters worse, I started checking the paths from the atlas one after the other and saw the same thing everywhere. The warp is rolling with an ominous storm, bursting with vivid and screaming colors. You will not hinder our movement, but all previous knowledge is now utterly useless. Okay? Warstorms are our enemies, just like heretics and demons. It's a shame that they can't be dispersed with a flamer or a bolter. Let's see what we can learn. Now, Voxmaster speaking. Now we can be certain that the problems with astropathic communication in the Koronus Expanse are no coincidence. There is a warp disturbance in our way, Lord Captain, visualing messages and disturbing familiar routes. This means you need to locate the keywords for Valancius Protectorate as soon as possible. I'm talking about Janus, Darkonus and Kiva Gamma. Charting new courses so they can be reached and restoring control will be necessary next step. What will be the consequences of losing contact with these worlds? A world deprived of connection to its neighboring systems in the Koronus Expanse, infrastructure can only rely on itself. Their capabilities are often limited. For example, the Antanos have fled from pirates, cultists, heretics, xenos, and could prevent the helpless planet. The loss of communication is a threat to your position. A rock trader with no protectorate to back them, one that grows weaker by the day. Abelard. The Voxmaster is entirely correct. You are a rock trader. You are a rock trader. Nobody else one Valancius, the successor to Theodora Valancius, one of the most influential women this side of them all. But you are also new to the business of government. Many will doubt your competence and try to carve up your protectorate so they can snatch a piece of themselves. It's important to show your potential allies and foes are in control of the situation, which is why the sooner we claim these lost worlds, the better. Ibela. If the faithless decide that your words are easy prey, that is good. We'll find enough enemies in your domain then, and we will kill them. That diamond will look upon us with approval. Tell me about Janus. The surface of Janus was altered extensively so the planet can be designed as an agri-world. This powerful food base capable of supplying the burgeoning protectorate and exporting provisions to other worlds at the same time. And owes much of its prosperity to the government house of Wyatt. Under its leadership, the world has grown even more prosperous year after year, securing shipments and taxes while keeping the workforce tightly controlled. What is Kiva Gamma? industrial war, Java Gamma, which means manufacturing, mining, and refining. Being managed by Governor House of Dark supplies your protector with rare mineral resources. The planet features an adaptive mechanical manufacturing that possesses material that prepares them for shipment. I testify that Java Gamma is a word marked by the Omniscience patronage. By his grace, the manufacturers of the colony are inhabited by committed and industrial machine spirits. Mr. Stroman neglected to mention that the Java Gamma manufacturers supplies heavy machinery from forage harvesters to vessel systems and components. You display commendable knowledge of our world's manufacturing capability, one Kalux. Pleased to be of service. Need to know more about Dargonus. Dargonus is the head and soul of our protectorate. It is where the main administrative resources, storage facilities are. So is the Von Valancius Palace. You would like to know? This is where you will publicly accept the title of Rogue Trader. Dargonus is a major administrative hub, runs a cargo fleet and keeps track of finances. It was probably Dargonus we need to go first. Abera, what is your opinion? Which one we should deal with first? Rediscovering the agri-work will supply your protectorate with something none of your servants can do, substance. The importance of basic supplies will not be underestimated. Just look at Fulful in its current pitiful state. That's true. On the other hand, I'm concerned by the rumors concerning Java Gamma. There have been no problems in Java for many years, but something is very wrong with the industrial world right now. Delay may cost us the entire planet. I trust I do not have to explain the capital war. Losing it will make us laughing stock of other dynasties. Besides, the loss of chronicles and ledgers will spell bureaucratic accessory. All three systems are equally vital to progress. It falls to you to decide which should be brought into the fold before the rest. We go and get our Dargonus, which is the head of our let's say patronage. Java Gamma, what are heretics, or Janus, which is I haven't heard anything about it. I'm thinking I need to go to Gamma because of the heretics. Well, our course is clear. Do any of us have any other issues that require immediate attention? That is all, Lord Captain. The vessel and the crew await your instructions and are ready to depart Fruitful immediately. Should you desire. Okay, I don't want to delay stuff as I did on the prologue. I think I need to... Okay. High Factor Room journeys. Lord Captain, we are once more within reach of the Von Valancius projector. Of utmost urgency is restoring communication with our planets and bestowing you the wisdom of your decrees upon their peers, developing colonies, claiming new territories and establishing trade links. All this is now your privilege and burden. Opening the mouth con facing your yeah. Okay. Standard scanning could not reveal the selected system, but you can still get there and navigate. But where is... Ah, this is Gamma. Koronus. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. No, let's go here. Try to find here. And we'll go. Only to try and go. Lord Captain, the ship senior request an audience with you. We're humbly awaiting on the bridge. Drink some water. Lord Captain, if I may request your attention for a moment, I must report a series of high dangerous violations that have been taking place in the fuel compartment. The Master at Arms is ignoring my demands. I'm thus forced to appeal directly to you. Okay? The fuelers have founded a sect of some kind. This group practices fire worship of the Emperor, has been burning Prometheum near the fuel lines. I beg you to stop this madness before we'll go out. I should point out that there have been no incidents in the fuel compartment so far, and that the beliefs of this sect do not affect the obedience of the wardens or their proficiency in any way. All assemblers are contacted quickly after hours with permission of their superiors. However, if you find their practice unacceptable, we'll put stop on them. But, But they're burning my Prometheum. The amount of residue accumulated in the drainage tanks was so small that it was not even worth recording. If there were any real misappropriation of the ship resources happening, I would have all those. Okay, I know just how to can. Stand ready for you. I see nothing wrong with this cult. They may continue their praise provided they remain careful around fire. As you wish, I will warn my people to be on their guard. Let's hope. Lord Captain, the ship is informed me of your imminent meeting. Have the spirits brought you anything interesting lately? Even I have no information that will be of interest to you. That would be all. I live to serve Lord Captain. Lord Captain himself, to what I am. Enough, but to Cassia.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
What does your special side reveal?
Jai is like a gem. The brighter people shine around her, the clearer her faces reflect a myriad of colorful gleams. They are all parts of Jai, but no single one of them is her. I cannot discern her true colors through the veil of her motley shawls. I peel off hue after hue, only to find a different color underneath every time.
Did you navigate this time? We close the chapter. This is like my.
I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Back to agenda.
Greetings.
I'm waiting for you to tell me about past and explain the strange word cultist on footfall.
Yes, I'm ready. I would ask only one thing of you, rogue trader. If I may, I would like to see the chamber of the sacred warrant and kneel before the relic touched by the Emperor himself. A difficult conversation lies ahead of us, and I wish to pray by the relic before I lay my soul bare.
Of course, let's go there right now, right away. Let's do this. She kneels. That's the sign of Aquila. To hear the decision. If you thou seest the falling me, smite me. If thou knowest a wall of mine, burn me with flames of fury and rage. But if thou seest a light in me, grace me. If thou hearest this plea of mine, bless me with the wrath of fury and righteousness. For I breathe by the will of thine, for I live by the law of thine. I carry thy word, O Emperor, I bring solace to servants of thine, and ruin of foes of thine, a fate of terror and righteousness. Rock Trader, we need to talk, or rather I need to tell you something, the truth about how I ended up in Theodora's Von Valancius ship and about the cultists we encountered in Footfall. I'm listening. Please understand, I couldn't trust you before. I'll tell you my story and you'll see why. I'll start at the beginning. It is easier to piece everything together that way. Upon arriving in the Expanse and on Footfall, I found no purpose here, only torment. I wasn't needed. The regularly I had been assigned to safeguard was already well protected by Revenant Hieronymus' mission, and no one was even trying to defile it. For all its lawlessness, Footfall respects the worship of Emperor. That was when Lady Theodora, head of your dynasty, appeared. She became an agent of divine will in a way. It was from her that I learned about a planet recently discovered by her scouts, Salis Prime. For a rock trader, the planet was of little interest, a feral world away from convenient warp routes. For me, learning about its existence was a revelation. Please continue. The description of Salis Prime was familiar to me. It seemed very similar to the word from an ancient legend, the legend of Saint Argenta and her ship. Argenta, the living saint, she is my patroness. The author named me after her. She died millennia ago, when heretics caused her ship to fall from the skies. But even those blasphemers could not touch Argenta's ashes on her holy relic, the One Star. For the fallen ship, which now served as the resting place of the saints' remains, would only allow the truly righteous to enter. All others will meet their death. Okay. Imagine what I felt when this flash of insight came upon me. The word was Saint Argenta's ship. There was merely a vague legend, and no one knew its actual whereabouts. And suddenly, I, myself, named after the saint, came across this information. I realized at the moment that it was a portent, that I must journey to the planet and find the ship. And so I asked Reverend Hieronymus to let me go for a time on a personal pilgrimage. I boarded Theodora's ship, demanded passage to the newly discovered planet Salis Prime. Why keep your supposition from Revenant Hieronymus? Surely he would have helped with the search for the ship, the saint's remains. I couldn't just come out and tell him. It was important to reveal to me personally. Can you see? I told Reverend Hieronymus the honest truth, that I was going on a personal pilgrimage to bolden my spirit. I really was a pilgrimage. It was as if Saint Argenta herself had shown me the way, commanding me to undertake this trial. If I had found the ship and set foot on its stakes, if I had laid my hand on the remains and the relic, it would have been a sign I truly have been blessed with saint's favor. Huh. That's understandable. Searching for your destiny, for your place in the world is a special matter, a personal one. You either succeed at it or you don't. I thought that I had been called Finding the ship was my destiny, my place in the world. Perhaps there is something to that. What happened next? Defeat. The ship's augurs failed to detect anything of note during orbital scanning. I was expecting this though. According to the legend, the ship can conceal itself from the naked eye and only pilgrim guided by pure hair can find it. What I didn't expect was an ambush awaiting for us on the planet. I landed there with a small unit provided by Theodora. I know some agendas, a geography by heart. I know all the legends about here. I follow their obscure clues, descriptions of mountains and rivers for millennial tales, and I was certain that I had found the way to the... That's when we were attacked. The words we heard in the heretic shrine, the footfall, something about ways, doors, place at rest, to some old lord, the edge of daybreak. They were the same words as those spoken by the cultist who attacked us on Sally's Prime. My whole unit perished. All those honest, brave people I had led to search for the relic. It was only by a miracle that I didn't perish along them. I didn't connect these events at first. Cultists on footfall, cultists on Sally's Prime, the cultists attacking the ship and could run betrayal. What if these are all links in the same chain? What if they've long since infiltrated the ranks of all the lands to servant? What if I led those heretics to the sacred planet with my search? No need to blame yourself. The heretics had wormed their way into the Von Valancius ranks by then. You would have found the planet even without you going there. I doubt it. No one except me was particularly interested in the planet. Conrad, on the other hand, he sympathized with me when I first came abroad. He helped arrange an audience with Theodora and supported me in my effort to visit the planet. I never told him plainly why I wanted to go there, but I imagined that Vulture must have figured out that it was something important, something related to the holy faith of the Imperium and the Imperium. And what could delight Eric more than defiling a relic? So how did you manage to escape from the cultists? Theodora's people received the distress call, came to my rescue and brought me aboard the ship. I barely remember what happened. When they arrived, I was already severely wounded, fighting back with whatever remained of my strength. I think I shouted that we had to go after them, but they didn't listen. They took me to the shadow and pulled off. After that, it's all blackness. When I came to, we were already in the middle of warp jump. Theodora had urgent matters to take care of. She decided that she could clear out the planet later time. And that's why you didn't trust me before, correct? Yes, Roger. I saw with my own eyes how a member of the family showed true colors as a servant of the arch enemy. I had already suffered a humiliating defeat in the hands of cultists. I was afraid of another betrayal. I couldn't be forthright with you, and so I studied you, looking for seeds of corruption or the light of righteousness. And what did you find? A man who stood shoulder to shoulder with me and helped eradicate the cultists on foot. Although my opinion of you started to change even before then, back when you agreed to talk to the orphans at my request. The leaders who's willing to honor those who laid down their lives for them and take care of their children. It's a leader who inspires others. And the way you acted in that moment, do you remember? There was a young man whose grief and confusion had driven him to insolence. You didn't turn a blind eye to his misdeed, but you chose the right words to show him the path to redemption. It was harsh but necessary, like the Emperor's truth, like bitter medicine, and helps the sick. That helps the sick. I learned much about you in that moment, Rogue Trader. I want to believe that I wasn't mistaken in my judgment. So, just to clarify, you were wounded, so you never found an generalship, is that right? Yes. I rushed to Theodora the moment I could walk again, insisting on going back to Sally's Prime to defeat the relic from the heretics. I was told that their warp had destroyed the old route to the planet, that plotting a new one will take a great deal of time and effort. It's as if there would be anything more important than protecting the faith and hunting down servants of their enemies. In any event, the room was lost, and all knowledge of it died in the attack on the ship along with the old navigator. But now we have a new lead, the data that we collect in the cultist Shrine of Footfall. I don't care what that reprobate we executed said. There must be a way to track them down. Tell me, Roger, will you help me in this undertaking? Will you help me find this great relic and return it to the people of there? Searching for ancient ships and relics and exciting prospects. Of course I will help you. So be it, Rogue Trader. As I stand here before the warrant, the embodiment of the Emperor's will, not by his own hand, I vow that I will not relent until the Holy Relic has been returned and the heretics punished. And may the light be with us both on this path. Okay. Speak to Heinrich or Abelard? Speak to Abelard first.
Lord Captain.
I've discovered that there are caches left by Theodora somewhere on Dragoons. Do you know anything about this?
It is wise for a rogue trader to have caches where they can safely store important information. And utterly unwise to share the coordinates of such caches with anyone. Even one's most trusted associates.
I see.
I'm afraid I do not know how to find the caches, but I can offer some help. Your predecessor used this numeric code to deactivate certain defense systems in her service. If I know Lady Theodora as well as I think, then I'm quite certain that she left her caches well guarded. In that case, this code will be useful to you.
Thanks.
To what do I owe this visit?
I want to discuss the cult of Final Dawn. What can you tell me about it?
The cult's ordinary members are humans who have been corrupted by the archenemy, traitors to the Imperium, and accomplices of chaos. Participation in the cult's rituals always entails brainwashing, literally and figuratively. The longer cult members spend among other cultists, the less critically they think, and the more closely they resemble obedient livestock, stripped of their fear and instinct for self-preservation. The worst of them go to their deaths without an inkling of doubt, ready to take hundreds and thousands of souls with them. As for those at the top of the cult's hierarchy, we have not yet managed to get a lead on all of the cult's leaders. I imagine that some of them are hiding in the depths of the Koronus Expanse. But those who are orchestrating the fanatics on nearby worlds are hiding very well indeed. Or receiving protection from above.
You seem to have been investigating this cult for some time.
We discovered the first traces of it as soon as we arrived in the Koronus Expanse. Since then, the more we learn, the better we see just how far the roots of this blight extend. Destroying individual cells is pointless. We must cut this beast off at its head.
What do you mean protection from above?
Governors, commanders, rogue traders. History is full of those who neglect their duty to the Golden Throne and seek allies in the wrong places.
Manny, what is your mission regarding the cult?
I need to confirm the reports from my agents. According to them, one of the cult's leaders is in the Kiava Gamma segment, an industrial world within the dominion of the Von Valancius dynasty. I hope you won't impede my investigation.
Of course not. Let's talk about something else.
As you wish.
I wanted to discuss the nature of your mission.
Yes, but not here. I wouldn't want our conversation to be gossip fodder on the bridge and in the officer's mess.
And dialogue. We'll talk together. Nice. Thank you for finding an opportunity to talk. Trust now would be a good time to explain the reason of my return aboard your ship. I welcome the chance to assist the Inquisition with his inquiry on Kalos. Lord Captain, your enthusiasm is commendable. Business, the cult of the final door. The madmen preach the heretical doctrine amongst the denizens of Koronus Expanse and instigate crimes against the throne and humanity. And such crime took place in your protectorate. Lord Inquisitor considered necessary to have one of his acolytes accompany the rogue trader to the voyage in the corrupted region. I also need to meet with one of my observers in the capital world domain. I will order xenos agents investigate the house. They're well versed how the Inquisition is organized. Actually, our arrival in Koronus Expanse was created by the xenos. But there is more. All this tangent related to my main specialization. Perhaps we'll be able to reveal the full truth from them, but right now I ask you to play humility and patience. Lord Inquisitor mentioned later that his opinions were interpreted as radical. This is correct. Show greater tolerance for the mistakes of newly appointed rogue trader. To be frank, surprised. Inquisitor is not the type to indulge the fallen mind. Means someone who only recently accepted the method of life. Have spies on one Valancius work. Person I mentioned is not a spy but a secretary. The administratum department on Dargonus. Planet's governor, Theodora, are fully aware of his status. His duty is to fulfill the sacred oath to the Golden Throne and eliminate threats to the Imperium which Koronus Expanse in abundance. His name is Achilleas Alander. As soon as we contact Dargonus, I will introduce you as the new head of the dynasty. Here you will appreciate the presence of such advisor among your subjects, and I suggest you hit this occasionally. To know more about this panel done, Chaos Worshippers. Most often agents of the throne running to lone renegades stirring up the rabble. Insane prophets, hysteric visionaries reaching the end of days. Passing comet, mutant rebellion, and onslaught of monsters. Each time they come up with a new reason why people should prostrate themselves, quivering fear. Much effort and the blood of those loyal to the Golden Throne were spent before we established the connection between those heretics. However, the cult of the Final Dawn is something greater than a gaggle of misguided seers and fortunes. Cleverly spread their agents all over the Koronus Expanse, disseminating heresy among honest people and the Imperial world. There is a certain strategy to their actions that changes whenever we get too close. And finally, they have enough military power to have had the 2 ships that we had sent after them later discovered as wreckage. Growing difficulty making rough jumps is detrimental to us, but is unlikely to inconvenience those who engage in vile sorcery day in, day out. After the events of Record Minoris, I suspected the cult might have built its native site to scale domain, but the latest report indicates is your protector is upon heretics. Being your entourage improves chances of getting closer to their secrets. I've already agreed to give you placing. What else? The Archetype should deliver me to the system that contains industrial core Gamma. I will then accompany you to the surface and determine what the cult is planning, how it intends to use the resources that have fallen in their clutches, which may very well include the blessed engines of the Mechanicus and even the fullest omniscient of the set. I will be frank. Answer to this question is unlikely to please either of us. The machinations of chaos usually go beyond solely inflicting countless deaths and destructions. Their plans come to fruition will lead to far more terrible consequences. One of the systems in the Koronus Expanse is already lost. May the Emperor protect us from watching this story play out again. We met a Chaos Space Marine. I cut my nose to risk running into his brothers. I have no doubt it will happen sooner or later, nobody else. Chaos Marines siding with the cult is very, very bad news. Luckily, they kept away until recently, pulling their puppet strings from a respectable distance. Traders seldom show up alone. Yeah. Best we can count on is having to deal with just a squad of Chaos Space Marines. Koronus entire company. I did use suspicion following Gamma. Disjoint pieces of data that finally merged into the picture. Additionally, long ago vessels that were arriving full for the reports from the Q were confused an army making their planet by rebellion. Okay, so concerning, I won't let anyone throw their weight around on my words. Servants of xenos. Commendable aspiration for a person who holds the fates of billions of peoples and dozens of imperial wars in his hand. Why we need to Even be more vigilant when looking for seeds of corruption on your plans, lest they sprout someday and do whatever is tangled up their roots. That's enough discussion about their me, about the Dugari who stood at sun. In these witches, the Drukari, one of the branches of the Eldari, an ancient and vicious xenos race. Those creatures are a living terror to ordinary people who fall prey to their raids for the simple reason that the victims are not killed outright but instead become their playthings. Just as you and I need air to survive, the Drukari requires psychic energy born from torment and pain, which they extract from their captives and cunning expertise. They are ships which are difficult to mistake from or any other. Arrive suddenly and undetected. Their stealth technology greatly surpasses the capabilities of standard Imperium Ogura race. The objective of their raids is never to capture a ward or a ship. No, they are only interested in fresh victims. After filling their holes with living captives, they disappear into the webway, different dimension which conceals their greatest stronghold, Komora, dark city of the Drukari, in which none can hope to escape. I do not know why the Drukari stole Raikat's son and brought about the fulfillment of the cult prophecies. Perhaps the xenos themselves have played into the Archetype's designs, or perhaps Rara's divinations describe the Drukari actions. Only one thing I can say with absolute certainty. There is no alliance between the cult of the Final Dawn and the Xenos. Simply impossible. Let us assume Kiwagama has fallen. Will you propose this trial plan? In Riker memories, you made a decision that sent billions of souls to the grasp of Archetype. An unreasonable and unforgivable high price for a small handful of people. By your mercy. I consider you worth it, more certainly not. I make effort to make sure such exchange does not happen again. Of course I will. Sentimentality is a luxury I cannot afford. I do not believe compassion. Do not stop me after all, though you have tried to. Haven't said I would not like to be able to force her. But deep down, I understand why you acted like that way. I have yet to eliminate understanding and acceptance within myself, but let's depart from business matters. Once promised to the compelling conversation, shall had in mind. I do remember our journey. For the time being, however, I would prefer to focus on my direct response perhaps later, after Gagama. Thank you for sparing the time, Lord. Okay. So we need pleasure to see you, Captain. Yes. I'd like to do the shipping transportation of some goods. don't have anything. Now let's talk the last maybe. There we go. To Pascal.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
Okay.
May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Have anything? Yeah.
Domin. May the Undying One shroud.
Nothing. What did you do? Nothing.
Of course. Always at your...
Wait a sec. I to hear your augury there. What awaits me?
All right. Let's hear what they're whispering about you. Another road. The road begins at the threshold of the Expanse and leads to the bowels of the emerging world.
Reading the threads of fate is not meant for you, slave of the enthroned corpse. Step into the embrace of doom, for thus was it preordained by the architect of fates.
That wasn't me! I swear on everything that's holy. I don't know what the second road is or who watches over it, but I beg you, stay away from it! Of course.
Let's see. I need to go to the new. Ooh. Own ships. Yes. Xenos. Ooh, master of the art of the hammer. Or captain, we have received a transmission from Full. The members of Art of the Hammer, solid votaries of Stemco. Master on a certain planet. Or rather, it used to be. Some time ago, a transport vessel, the Navica, unloaded 1,000 refugees from a planet belonging to Rock Trader when the Director of Hammer was has just this invasion to be an act of aggression, asking for your lordship. These people are victims, not invaders. Prepare myself to this conflict. This is your lordship. Okay. 6 core in 11 days. After the Feast of Passing, committees, Champion of Faith, admired the calm of the monastery without their number. Countless torture, souls stepped in Arbar. A great apostasy befallen, woman turned them to great one seeking help and refuge. Their wicked captain, the owner, Naviga, had betrayed them. Once the knowing souls there had made landfall on the world's surface, he visually called his shadow, left thus leading himself his duty to care for the unfortunate God. Knowing who would survive in full stop green wasteland, the Forsaken came to the monastery of St. Canisius, and there they surrounded the corpse, placed on the gate and take us in, protect us. What once was a place of ceremonies was now full of deep disorder, had much of things despicable. The interlopers brought with them worldly strife and mayhap, following blasphemy, and later things in them. After a prayer passed search of instruction. Relate Hectarius told the first missionaries to set up full stones vast wasteland by their zeal, serving St. Ignatius. And those missionaries had received the blessing of Nicomedes Jefe, the champion of faith, who had traveled with them their staff to found in this place a humble and curable, wearing ultimate and pity. St. Ignatius, a man of great endeavors, warrior and wise artificer, never cowered behind the walls of Imperium, but stepped bravely to the darkness, carrying light in the palm of his hand, commanded others to do the same. Not only Fullstone, but many other words Koronus Expanse imprint. Imperial protectors did welcome the interlopers, told me but did one learn to keep their vigilance. The brethren and sisters of the Order of the Hammer came forth to meet the strangers, in water and protein, medicinal herbs, jugs of Prometheum. But the crowd came to blows, where valiance and blood was split. Many were tumbled and mauled the stampede. Some of them those in the monastery. The warriors of Order of the Hammer donned their flag cowls, revelers of the God Emperor and their tactical advisors, and went forth, ready to render service in battle. Glaskans and bolters that pierced the interlopers, their chainsword, powerful flails distract them. A great and bloody harvest was reaped that day, but the interlopers too scanned through their armor was the scander their skill in battle, slew many among the monastery's dwellers, for great were their numbers and greater their desperation. The monks fell beyond their walls and rang the vox alarm, shut the gate, commanded the armed guards to push over the gate, saying anyone who approached. Quarrel broke out. The hungry and the sick reached the monastery begging for help. Their spite they blocked the water collector and empowered the generator. Faithful until resist. Miracle came to pass. No one summoned Imperial Hectarians and the leaders of interlopers to account of their deed. The strangers produced a number, take them and give them protection to servants. And they don't have we under. Let sorry, long have we wonders, have we new evo norte balance. Many a father have taken us to understand more. Extend available. Take them. Cast a contemption over the month of the period and departed. Yeah, I'll do this. Casting Contemptuous Eye. Film of the blood. Left them. Oh no. Oh no. Again. Oh. Oh. I didn't save. Oh. Oh no. Mistake. Mistake. Oh. Wait. I don't. This before. Do this again. Just skip through it because I did it. Seems that we didn't save. My mistake, actually. It's so it does. Oh. Oh, it's the... Violation. And we went and talked with all of them. And I think, yeah.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations. Jai is like a gem. The brighter people shine around her, the clearer her faces reflect a myriad of colorful gleams. They are all parts of Jai, but no single one of them is her. I cannot discern her true colors through the veil of her motley shawls. I peel off hue after hue, only to find a different color underneath every time.
I see.
I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Do this.
Greetings. Yes, I'm ready.
Do here quest again. Forgot to save. I forgot to save. Won't read anything, I'll just I'm listening. Do you understand? Continue. Just continue. So you did you keep the position? Understandable. Imagine there was the prospect. Need to explain yourself. What did you find? Such relationships are relics. I will try to skip all this because I did it before. I'm redoing it because I didn't save. I wanted to do a save scan. I didn't like the I had. Do it.
Lord Captain, it is wise for a rogue trader to have caches where they can safely store important information. And utterly unwise to share the coordinates of such caches with anyone, even one's most trusted associates. I'm afraid I do not know how to find the caches, but I can offer some help. Your predecessor used this numeric code to deactivate certain defense systems in her service. If I know Lady Theodora as well as I think, then I'm quite certain that she left her caches well guarded. In that case, this code will be useful to you.
We spoke with him.
To what do I owe this visit?
Discuss.
The cult's ordinary members are humans who have been corrupted by the archenemy. Traitors to the Imperium and accomplices of chaos. Participation in the cult's rituals always entails brainwashing, literally and figuratively. The longer cult members spend among other cultists, the less critically they think and the more closely they resemble obedient livestock, stripped of their fear and instinct for self-preservation. The worst of them go to their deaths without an inkling of doubt, ready to take hundreds and thousands of souls with them. As for those at the top of the cult's hierarchy, we have not yet managed to get a lead on all of the cult's leaders. I imagine that some of them are hiding in the depths of the Koronus Expanse, but those who are orchestrating the fanatics on nearby worlds are hiding very well indeed, or receiving protection from above.
You mean
Governors, commanders, rogue traders. History is... We discovered the first traces of it as soon as we arrived in the Koronus Expanse. Since then, the more we learn, the better we see just how far the roots of this blight extend. Destroying individual cells is pointless. We must cut this beast off at its head. I need to confirm the reports from my agents. According to them, one of the cult's leaders is in the Kiava Gamma segment, an industrial world within the dominion of the Von Valancius dynasty. I hope you won't impede my investigation. As you wish. Yes, but not here. I wouldn't want our conversation to be gossip fodder on the bridge and in the officers' mess.
Talk to him here. Again. So, as soon as I talk with everybody, I think I'll save. No.
To what do I owe this visit?
We didn't have anything to talk. Big with guy. Or with anything.
All right, let's hear what they're whispering about you. Another road. The road begins at the threshold of the Expanse and leads to the bowels of the emerging world.
Reading the threads of fate is not meant for you, slave of the enthroned corpse. Step into the embrace of doom, for thus was it preordained by the Architect of Fates.
That wasn't me! I swear on everything that's holy. I don't know what the second road is or who watches over it, but I beg you, stay away from it! Of course.
Let's and Yeah, I did. Humbly the author of the hammer, let the god emperor confident answer their locks and open the gate abode. Brought forth gifts of virtue, relieve the suffering and illustrate. Prepare the architect to accordance to the saints' teachings and parameters set forth by the standard template construct, erected spacious living quarters and stacked fortress, and our militia and suspicious auditory, bringing to trends to good and process souls. New first waste. Oh, okay. I'll do this. Oh. Can see. I think just I think I'll stop here. What? 10 minutes? So we'll stop here. Continue a couple of days again. Thank you for being here, support. Till next time.